It's Isaiah Vuitton, Patterson, New Jersey, with OTR Views. Shit, I'm Patterson, New Jersey, just started making music.
Yo.
Started to get a little traction with the last single.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about growing up in Patterson, bro. How was it?
Shit, it's like typical inner city. You know, that regular shit it comes with, but
Yeah.
you know, my mom tried to like keep us in, you know, better schools. We used to use my grandma's address to be able to go to a better school. So just shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, regular shit, Patterson.
So you basically grew up in a rough part.
Yeah, we grew up on West Broadway, across the street from the tire shop. Kind of right by the towers. Yeah, so that's where I grew up.
Okay. So living over there, like, what type of stuff was going down over there?
I mean, my mom really kept us inside, and like she kept us like in church and stuff, and like
Yeah.
kind of we started playing sports, so we was like always kind of away from like that house. We really only like slept there. So most we ever happened, like my brother, he got robbed one time. He was a little ass kid. Got robbed one time, coming home from the store, and then it was like a shootout across the street one night.
Yeah.
But that was probably the worst that I've personally seen in that house.
They robbing kids in Patterson, New Jersey.
But
y'all remember that when y'all go out there.
I mean, he real light, you know what I'm saying? We all got the same mom and dad, but he came out real light brown hair.
Yeah.
So he like a little white boy running around.
Yeah.
So they robbed his ass.
So they just took advantage.
Yeah.
Alright, man. So what made you want to get into music, bro?
I mean, growing up as a kid, like I always used to write, read. I always knew I had that talent. Like, I don't know, I was just be in the mirror just like rapping and like singing songs, and always be on YouTube reading lyrics and shit. So
Yeah.
I don't know, like I was just having fun with it as a kid, and then you know I went through some shit as an adult, and it started bringing up some more emotions from like my past.
Yeah.
Lost a lot of money and stuff, so that kind of brought the emotions to the surface, and
Right.
I just combined the two. I'm like, I know I got a talent, and I felt like I needed something to hold on to anyway, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just chase the music.
Okay. So would you say your music is relatable?
Hell yeah. I think that's the biggest thing is like my music. I really don't regurgitate shit that other artists have said. Like I talk about my life. And I think that's why it kind of gives me like a uniqueness to it, because like they know that shit is me at the end of the day. Like they know I'm not just copying, talking about bitches, money, all this. Like it's really about me.
Okay. Yeah, because we tired of hearing about cars and money and bitches.
It's like everybody got a story. You gotta just tell your story.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I know you told me you've been doing music since about 2020, right?
Yeah, it's been about a year and a half almost.
Okay.
Not even a year and a half, year and 3 months.
Okay, so tell us about your first song, bro. How did people react to your first song?
So my first song was called Flu Game. I dropped it around the pandemic. It was, you know, kind of like a play on the whole coronavirus, and I also dropped it on the day, I think it was June 26th, the day of the Flu Game anniversary. And it was pretty much me just talking about, you know, like just again, like me just kind of introducing my feelings to the world. And I think people took to that shit just because the way it was written, the way it was delivered. It took me like 3 or 4 studio sessions to even feel like my sound was comfortable enough to drop something, and that just happened to be the song that I felt that way about. So yeah, I dropped it, and that shit it's to this day, it's still one of my most streamed songs.
And that pretty much, that feedback was able to boosted you to keep going in music too, right?
I knew I had to come out first song like quality, because that's when you're gonna have the most viewers. And I feel like a big reason why it has so many streams is not because it's my best song, because it's my first song.
Right.
So more people tuned into it, and so I felt like they might not tune in every time I drop a song, but that just lets them know, okay, he do got talent, so I need to keep my eye on him. So I think it was just real important for it to be a quality song for my first drop.
Okay, and that first impression is everything.
Exactly,
right?
You can't get that shit back.
Okay, so let's talk about fast forward to now. Like, what single you pushing right now, and how do you feel about the single? So
right now I'm pushing Tread Lightly. That's a song that's getting a little bit of traction. In the last week I've gotten like 2,000 streams.
Okay.
We had like 3,000 views on YouTube, still going up. I'm Different at 5,000, but with Tread Lightly, that was kind of like a redemption track, because I dropped a couple songs that I wasn't completely happy with Harder Pack, but I felt like I still needed to just drop music and stay relevant. And so I did it, whatever. and then I didn't like the response I got as far as the streaming numbers on that.
Right.
And so, you know, instead of like shying away, be like, damn, this not for me. I just got back in the studio and I was like, all right, well, I need to change some things around. So I made those changes, and then that's what Tread Lightly is. And so, again, that's the song that's having the most traction right now.
Okay, and that sounds like, bro, that's really how you build a fan base too, because people like to hear that process.
Yeah.
They like to hear, you know, growth in your music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they want to see you fall. Like, they want to see you fall in front of them. Like, they want to see you fail. They want to see you be comfortable with failing, because ultimately at the core, that's what this shit is. Like, you really just trying shit, and then it either works or it doesn't.
Right.
So you just, I don't know, just keep going.
Okay. So I know you said you grew up basically like in church majority of the time. So how, like, where did you get your music sense from?
So, I mean, growing up in church, I had a lot more, I guess, experience, you know, with hearing like live music and different genres of music too. Cause like if you listen to some of my songs, especially the new stuff that I drop, and then the stuff I'm gonna be dropping in the future, it has more of like that gospel feel to it almost. So, and that's kind of where my music is really headed. I feel like I kind of really started off the gate rapping, but it's kind of more so going towards like a pain gospel type feel. So I definitely feel like the church has that influence on it. But yeah, I mean, church definitely it controls kind of what I talk about as well. Like, I do believe in God. So yeah, it controls a lot. It definitely affects a lot.
Okay. So would you say like your goal right now is like, do you plan to take music like all the way there and eventually like you just only do music?
Yeah,
is
like,
that the plan?
I mean, I'm the type of person, if I'm gonna do something, especially something of this nature, where you really putting yourself out there, and like that's a big ass decision. And it took me like, look, I told myself in December of 2019 I was gonna be a rapper. I ain't dropped my first song until the end of June. So it took me like 7 months. I was writing every single day. So yeah, there's some shit that I take very serious, and I put a lot of work in, and that's what I pride myself on is the work ethic. I feel like anybody could do anything if they just like really work at it. And I'm not talking about like once or twice a week. I'm talking about like a daily grind. Like, you do anything every day, you're gonna do it. So
consistency is key.
Yeah, I'm not scared of this shit.
Okay. And what's something that you would want people to know about you?
I say the biggest thing I want to be known for is just my work ethic and my creativity.
Okay.
I think if you combine those two, again, I feel like you can't go wrong.
Okay, man. Let everybody know where we can find you on social media and where we can find your new single.
So social media, I only got Instagram. It's Isaiah.Vuitton, ISAIAH. And on Apple Music, Isaiah Vuitton, all platforms, Spotify, Tidal. But yeah, that's where y'all can find me at. YouTube, Isaiah Vuitton. Y'all go stream that new single, Tread Lightly.